What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. We got Britt here. Britt details for Champion Ford here in Carroll. How long have you been doing it?
3 years.
3 years. So, do you consider yourself pretty good?
Oh yeah.
See, here's what sucks about detailing with Brittany. If she's cleaning this and I'm cleaning this, I do a really quick wash that she's not super thrilled with, where she'll literally spend like 30 minutes, maybe more, on like the vents. So, just some quick Q&A on how to, the proper way to do a detail on this. And first thing, this is actually something that happened at work. With the dash, Brittany, what do you recommend to clean a dash? Do you think, like, I know a lot of people use like that Armor All and stuff, like the stuff that actually makes it shiny. Mm-hmm. Do you recommend that, or what works best to make it look clean, but not, I guess, damage it, if that makes sense?
Well, I wouldn't use Armor All, because that can actually crack the dash once the sun hits down on it.
Armor All actually can crack the dash?
Yeah, and makes it fade and stuff. I would just use a simple cleaner.
Like a soap and water, or?
Yeah, that works.
Soap and water. Is that what you use?
No, I use a special chemical.
Okay.
That I get at work.
Okay. You guys, where do you guys get that from? Just in case these guys want to look into it.
Johnson's Motors.
Johnson Motors?
Yeah.
Okay. What about wheels? I know a lot of people have issues with, like for instance, I really want a nice and shiny tire, but it's hard to find something that won't slop, if that makes sense, where it like sends like the grease up the sides or anything.
Yeah, we don't really use tire shine, because that collects dust.
Oh, okay.
Along with the armor, or the armor
Armor All?
Yeah, the Armor All that collects dust as well. So we use it's from CID. It's a armor shield for the tires.
On the tires?
And that works nice. It makes them nice and black and just cleans them up, and it doesn't leave them greasy or anything.
Okay, next thing, I like keeping them clean. A lot of people like keeping them clean, especially if you spend a lot of money on them. What do you recommend for like wheel cleaner? Like something that I guess gets brake dust off pretty easily. A lot of people have, I mean, I know with the aggressive drift pads I have, it makes the wheel, I mean, it gets black really fast. Mm-hmm. First off, how often should I clean them to prevent them from staining, like the wheel?
Well, whenever you wash your car, it doesn't really matter. I spray a degreaser on the wheels, and also a special tire cleaner, and it gets all the brown stuff off the tire.
Okay.
And then the degreaser, you just spray it on and power wash it off, and it pretty much comes clean.
Okay, now, like, I know I've heard you mention it before, like an acid wash or something for like chrome.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like a wheel / chrome cleaner, and it's acid based. You just spray it on, power wash it off.
Okay, now I know we use some of that at our cleaner at Windstar uses that, and I think he just gets that as like a regular like truck shop, like Midwest Wheel or something. I know that's local here in Iowa, but
yeah, we get all of our products basically from Johnson Motors.
Johnson Motors. Okay, now let's talk about. Okay, here's one. I got a couple that questions I have, and then we'll get into some other stuff. How can any people clean their windshield without the streaks? Like, because it always looks clean, but then when you're driving in the sun, you can always see streaks.
We get some window cleaner from CID also, and I spray it on the windshield, and then I take a cloth wipe it off, and then I'll take a clean dry cloth and finish it, and
Okay.
it takes the streaks out.
Okay. Now I know maybe there's a process in doing it or something, but if I was say the interior on this, would you wipe the like in order? Would you kind of go from like top to bottom? I guess when you're inside, like clean your dash and then your center or your windshield, then your dash and your center console, and then vacuum, or vacuum first, or does it matter, or how do you do
well, if there's a lot of debris on the dash and in the console, it works really well to use air hose.
it? Oh, an air. Okay. You just kind of blow it out and then vacuum later.
And then, so you wipe everything down, and then you can go to the bottom, and then air hose through the crevices, like in between the seats, and at like I start from the back and work my way up, and blow everything up front, and then vacuum it up.
Okay, now a question I have, and it's kind of a rumor with, I guess, with dealers. You can tell me if it's true or not. But it's rumored, I guess, that you guys as detailers just kind of spray the whole engine with like a quick detail to make it look good. Do you do that? Do some people do that? What's the nick on that?
Well, I don't think. You mean at the dealerships?
Yeah.
I'm not real sure if I've only worked at one dealership, so.
Have you ever done that? Have they ever
Yeah.
asked you to do that? Just spray it to make it look good, I guess?
Yep. You
Yeah.
just spray some degreaser on there and then power wash it.
Now, have you ever done that to hide like oil leaks and stuff? Like degrease just the oil off to make it look like it's never leaked oil, or
No.
no?
You just do that to shine up the engine bay.
Okay. Now, a serious question I know a lot of people want to know, and I've actually even looked up on YouTube without even asking you. Sorry. But what's the best way to detail an engine bay? I've seen kind of put a bag over electronics and power wash it. I mean, how do you do it? What's the best way to do it?
To clean the engine bay.
Yeah.
We just wash it off and then take an air hose and just dry off everything in the engine bay.
You okay, so you guys use an air hose for quite a bit.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, some other thing. What is a big mistake people make when detailing their own cars, as far as buffing, waxing, or anything like that?
A lot of times people, when they're waxing, they either get the wax stuck in the cracks, like in between the hood and the fender, and like other places, and they don't get it all wiped up. And then sometimes like people like wipe it on the molding, like the black trim, and it ruins it. So you have to be very careful with that. And then sometimes people don't get it properly wiped off.
Okay, now to wax or buff, obviously, but do you have to wait until it's perfectly dry, or?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep. Everything has to be dry.
Okay, and then how do you guys dry them so it doesn't get water spots? Do you guys use a leaf blower, an air dryer, air hose?
We have a water softener system.
Okay, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Man, that's cool. Okay, then another question a lot of people have is, now when we think we have it clean and we still get swirls in the paint, how does that happen? What causes the swirls in the paint? Like, obviously it's dirt, but is it dirt that was left on there that we didn't know was there? Are we not cleaning the pad enough? Are we not changing the pad enough?
Yeah, it could be a multiple of those issues. Just depending. And buffing issues also.
Okay, now, what is couple things here. What's your recommendation on like cleaning over like a livery on not just this car but other people's cars? Like, do we go with it, against it, do it by hand, do it with a polisher?
Well, I would definitely do it by hand.
Okay, everything by hand, everything with a decal by hand.
Smoothly, not so hard. And yeah, I would go with it.
Okay, so don't go against it, just go with it.
Right.
Okay. Now, what are some problems and issues on cars that are trade-ins that you see that either another detailer did or the previous owner did? Like, what are some of the big issues on paint when you guys do like your paint correction and stuff like that? And, oh yeah, I want to get into NanoCure. What are some of the issues on paint and stuff that you see that you guys usually have to fix?
We don't.
You don't do any of that? Okay. Now, you guys actually offer a NanoCure.
Yeah.
Okay, what exactly does that entail, and is that better, worse, the same as wax? What's up with the NanoCure? Because it's actually
the NanoCure, I don't think you can purchase that just on your own. We just get it through the dealership. Purchases it. It just protects the exterior, the paint protection. It's basically like a wax, and you rub on, rub off, and then it also includes an interior protection of the fabric and leather.
Now, I remember you actually bringing home like a sample, and you were saying like you could spill stuff on like fabric and it would just bead up on the fabric instead of like soaking in.
Yep. And the protection, it lasts for like 7 years.
Okay, and it's called NanoCure?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's kind of like what I got for questions, is a basic thing.
The paint protection, it's supposed to, when you apply it, and then it's supposed to take the bugs off better.
Oh, easier after
Yeah,
it's applied?
after
Okay.
it's applied. When you go to wash the vehicle, it takes the bugs and stuff off easier.
Okay. Now, how would you recommend, like a beginner or someone who doesn't know a whole lot, what would you recommend, A, for products, and B, how to get the best look you can, get a professional look by doing it yourself without hiring it done? What would you, like, let's say starting with this 240, what are the steps you would start with? So obviously we wash it, we dry it. What would you do next?
Yeah, I guess it just, if you like to wash the vehicle first or do the interior first. A lot of times I like to do the exterior, and I just start with the front and then go along the side and the back. You should power wash it first before scrubbing the car down with
Okay.
soap. Otherwise you can, all the dirt that's on it, you can scratch the paint. And then, so when you get it all scrubbed and rinsed off, then you open up the doors and wipe down the door jams.
Yeah,
You
now
know?
that's something I never realized was such a big deal, but since when we started dating and you started at Champion a couple years ago, I always hear you bitching about door jams, door jams,
Yeah.
door jams.
Door jams is an important seller when you go to sell a car to someone.
Alright, well that's actually going to do it for today with our, I guess we're going to call it detail questions with a babe, right? That sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, she knows I hate that word. I hate the word sure. If anybody else hates that, let me know. So, till next time, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
Keep on sliding.